Hey Tubes, today I'm going to do a history of my lawnmower. I call it Big Green or the Green Mower. As you see, this is the mower that started everything for me as far as fixing small engine, anything, lawnmowers, whatever. So, to begin with, this mower has been in my family for its entire life. This was bought back, according to the serial number, back in 1997, and at the time I was living back in Miami, and my father would use it every day. Now we moved here a little bit up north in Florida, and it was used for a bit. One day it stopped working. At the moment didn't know anything about lawnmowers, so and our grass was getting 6 foot high, weeds, everything getting flagged. We had nothing to cut the grass. I said, okay. Took them in my own hands to figure out what was wrong. Turns out, when I first was doing it, it had a sheared flywheel key. I managed to get the nut off, surprisingly, with a pair of vice grips. I don't know how I did it. Can't do it again, no matter how much I tried. And put it on there, started right up, but it was shaking really badly. Come to find out, when I learned a little bit more, it had a bent shaft. Now the original motor, it's over here. I did keep it. It's not in the best of shape though. Here's the original motor. It's all here. Now, also when I was younger, I made that too tight and broke it, and it's stuck in there pretty darn good. I did run it with one thing holding it. It ran. But it wasn't very good. I replaced the crank in this one, but I already took out the piston and everything, and I put it back in. And me doing that caused the brake to seal on it. The oil ring doesn't seal properly, so it smokes. So this right here is the original engine that came off that green one. Now that engine, you see right there, didn't come off this power cut one, but one similar. It was a push one. A push model went out the front wheel drive. I was working at the lawnmower shop named Tommy's Lawnmower Repair, and I saw in the shed a power block push mower, just a basic push one, but it had the quantum just like this. So I bought it off him, and when I bought it off him, I transferred the throttle plate onto it, the plastics, the shroud. I have the shroud that belongs to this engine inside. It was made around the same year too, if I remember. And threw it all in here. It was great. The shaft was very short because it was just a push one, so I shoved the drive on there and the blade adapter on it, and it worked for a bit. Worked great. And this was the finished product. And once a year I would rebuild the carb, freshen it up, and all that stuff. Then come to find out, the pulley started slipping. I said, okay, what I'm going to do. So I took a shaft from an engine that was bad, that was longer for, front wheel drive. I put it in this one, button up, and I don't do torques. I don't know the torque on it, so I just tighten it down by feel, and obviously it still works. So after that, I put it together, worked. I happened to put the pulley on it, and here we are. And in between, I've also opened up the head, cleaned everything. I make sure everything's clean. I run it dry of gas. Right now it's dry. The deck is getting holes in it, but it's solid. Another thing is that when I was putting this on here, this motor engine, right here, you can see the spray paint, it was cracked. So what my boss did, he welded those plates that where the mounting bolts go onto it to act like a piece of metal to hold it, and it worked quite well, you know. And so it's been in the family forever since. It's not the same engine, but came from the same, you know, um, same people, and it seems like this might be broken. I don't know if I could start it now then. Let me go get a zip tie. Okay, I'm back. I put a zip tie onto the thing so I could run. This is also the original cable on here. All original paint except for the handlebars. I've repainted it black. Throttle is also original. It works. It's just kind of broken inside the plastic, so I gotta be careful. I don't know if it's gonna start. It's been about 2-3 months since this last started, but the gas ran out of it. So that's the history for it. Now to show you a run, and it does smoke a little bit when I run it, because also when I had a lawnmower, lawn service, was my main machine I used, and other equipment, so it has good use on it. Let's see if it'll start. Full throttle. I'm doing this with one hand, so it's not easy. Let me find somewhere to put this camera. There we go. Wait, sorry for putting the camera sideways there. Completely forgot this was a phone. So when you guys see this, very sorry about that. Little hard to start. Like I said, it's been sitting for a very long time with nothing in it. It's smoking a little bit, not a whole lot. Let it warm up a bit. The idle is normal right now, but when it warms up, has its own special idle. It's the only lawnmower I've ever had that does this. The way it idles. Let's see if I can get it to idle the way I'm trying to say. I'll come back once it idles away, I'm trying to tell you. Oh well. Ultimately, it didn't, do the idle. But that's the history, or brief, in a nutshell, history of my lawnmower. So if you guys have any questions, just let me know in the comments below. And, if you like the video, subscribe and let me know what I should do or what you want to see. Alright. Later, tubes.